There are billions of rogue planets in the Milky Way that are not bound to any host star, in contrast to Earth, which orbits the Sun. On the outer edge of our solar system, one of them has been observed. What would happen if the interstellar object passed through it? The planet's orbits would be affected in some way by the space invader. Is it possible that it would move the Earth out of its habitable zone? And what if it were headed in the same direction as us? If a rogue planet entered our solar system, here is what would happen. There is no home on every planet. A rogue planet is one that does not belong to any star system at all. The majority of these rogues have been expelled from their birthplace and sent on wild journeys across the universe. This is an interstellar planet with an infectious name. It's only 20 light years from us. It is nearly 17,000 times bigger than Earth and has a strong magnetic field that causes incredible auroras to appear on the planet. What would happen if this massive extraterrestrial planet entered our solar system's boundaries? Is this a sign that life on Earth is over? Things could go very wrong once the interstellar planet entered our solar system. It is likely that this rogue planet is traveling at hundreds of kilometers per second. The Earth would be completely destroyed if we were unlucky enough to come into collision with this massive alien object. But rest assured, given the size of our solar system, it is highly unlikely that the rogue planet will collide with us and kill us. All things being equal, our interstellar visitor would be in the middle of upsetting the circles of the multitude of planets in the planetary group. This is because the orbits of other planets, including Earth's, would become more elliptical as a result of the massive gravitational impact of a rogue planet nearly 13 times larger than Jupiter. And at that point, the bad news for Earth's life begins. The Sun's relatively small habitable zone is where the Earth is currently orbiting. It's not too cold in this zone, which is also known as the Goldilocks zone, so that our water does not freeze. Undesirably cool, so that it doesn't evaporate. We also do not. Just right. If the Earth's orbit is changed, life won't thrive as well. We might not be forced out of the habitable zone by the rogue planet, but it would bring us much closer to the Sun for very brief, extremely hot summers. Long, bitterly cold winters would follow those scorching summers. We would have less time to cultivate crops if summers were to be brief. Humanity may face food shortages or even extinction by the end of our first never-ending winter. The next ice age might throw the Earth around. We would be concerned about global cooling rather than global warming. We would reevaluate our energy sources and attempt to emit more greenhouse gases to bring the planet a little bit warmer. Sunlight-based energy, then again, would be viewed as extremely wasteful in the wintertime, however could be utilized really during the short blast of summer. Rely on things being a lot of more terrible in the event that the Earth gets taken out of the livable zone. The Earth's temperature would drop significantly at that point. Our entire water supply would freeze. We would also. The majority of life on Earth would die at this point. We would only be able to survive if we learn to live near deep-sea thermal vents that release extremely hot water at the bottom of the ocean. We might eventually change into another kind of life that would take over the frozen planet. We are fortunate in that the universe is vast. Our galaxy has a lot of space between rogue planets and other objects. As a result, this scenario is highly unlikely.